Hi YouTube, it's Tracy from Entrepreneur Girl, and today we're going to be discussing all the different apps and programs that you can use for scanning in your FBA, Amazon, and eBay business. So one of my viewers, one of my subscribers named Alice, came up with a really good question. She private messaged me and asked me what I was going to do concerning my Profit Bandit, because I talk about Profit Bandit in just about all of my videos, and now that they were having their price change, what was I going to do about it? And that was a really good question because I pretty much didn't want to deal with it. I have an iPhone and it hasn't affected iPhone users yet. So I think I just kind of stuck my head in the sand and was just going to deal with it when I had to. But that's not really good business practice. I need to research, I need to be prepared, and I need to know my plan B with Profit Bandit. So if you don't know what happened, Profit Bandit is an app that you can buy on your phone or your iPhone or your Droid device. It was $14.99 for a one-time fee, and it filled a really great space for us as sellers, because if you had outgrown the free apps like the Amazon and the eBay apps, but you weren't quite ready or quite to the level of spending $40 or $50 a month, it just really filled that where you can take it up one notch without investing a lot of money. And now that they're requiring $10 every month to use their services, it has a lot of people really mad about it. And they're losing a lot of their current customer base. And I think that's because people are really picky about monthly fees. It's bad enough, the Amazon fees, the eBay fees, the FBA fees, then you have packaging material and apps and all of these services. People start to feel overwhelmed, start to feel like they can't make a profit, and then they just bail out before they've even really begun. And so I want to just talk to you about it today and talk about some of the other popular options out there. As for myself, I am probably going to stick with Profit Bandit until I have to change, and then I'm probably, well, I guess I'll just tell you what I learned. These are my notes. The apps that are available out there for free are the eBay and the Amazon apps. And if you're going to sell at all on either one of these forums, you absolutely need to get this on your phone. And this is what they look like. You can see there's my Amazon and there's my eBay app, and I'll just click on it. Both of these are free from your Droid or App Store, and you download them onto your front page, or at least I did. And as you can see on the top, there's a little scan button. You can click and scan any barcode. If it doesn't have a barcode or it's not coming up for any reason, you can simply type it in the search box. And then your item will come up and you can see the past history. You can see a picture of it, you can see the prices of it, and I use this all the time still. I use it just to monitor my account, to see if I have any messages, if there's things I need to ship. And here's Amazon, just so you can get a look at it too. It's opening up. Oh, sorry, I wasn't signed in. So I'm not going to make you wait through all that. It's essentially the same as eBay, has the same scan button and the same keyword entry. Okay, now Profit Bandit is right here. And Profit Bandit's the app that I've been talking about, the $14.99 one that is now $10 a month. And I really, really, really like it. So there's the scan button. There's the keyword button or entry where you can type it in. It gives you a picture of the item. It gives you the ranking, and you can look, it shows you all the FBA, the new, the used, the collectible, all the prices right there. And why these apps are so important if you're just beginning and you're like, what's the big deal? This is why. Because if I click on my profit, it shows $1.65 profit, and if I click on that, it shows me all of my fees. So when I'm scanning items, I can actually look and see to the penny how much I'm going to make. And I double checked this. I ran numbers that I learned in business school, and I ran all of the calculations, and I came up with the exact to the penny number that Profit Bandit came up with. So then I felt like I could trust it, which made me like it even more. So this is important. Why? Because the eBay and the Amazon apps, they give you an idea if it might be profitable. You can kind of look on it and say, oh yeah, you know, this is 3 times my money, which Tracy always talks about, so it's a good thing to buy. And most of the time it probably is. However, I have scanned some things on Profit Bandit, and when I calculated the fees, I still might be at a minimal loss, or I'm only making a quarter or 50 cents or 89-cent profit. So not worth it. So it depends on the item, it depends on the amount of the item, how the fees are calculated. All FBA fees are identical except for the percentage of the item. And when you're selling little items like under $10, it's hard to make money. You really have to, the higher the dollar amount for your item on Amazon, the better your profit is. And so these apps are really a safeguard for you in that you know for sure if that's a good product to buy. You know the ranking, you see a picture of it, you see what it's selling for, and you see your fees. So that's why I like the Profit Bandit app so much. The only downside with Profit Bandit and some of the other apps is that you have to have internet service. So if I'm traveling to garage sales, or I'm out in the country, or if you're just in a bad area for cell phone service, internet service on your smartphone, those things don't work and you have no clue. You are literally stuck in the water because you don't have access to internet. Therefore, you don't have access to pricing. All right, so eBay, Amazon are free. Profit Bandit is now the least expensive monthly of the popular ones. This isn't all inclusive. There might be others out there that I haven't heard, but I've been researching it and I've been looking at what the big sellers are using, and that's what we're talking about. So you've seen Profit Bandit, and like I said, I'm going to stick with it, but I am going to check out these other ones. I'm going to use the free trials, and I'm going to see if I'm ready to move up, because I have a feeling that this is probably something I need to move up to, and I'll tell you why. The next one, there are really 3 that are really popular outside of Profit Bandit, and that's neatoscan.com, neatoscan.com, ASellerTool.com, and ScanPower.com. And those are the 3 we're going to talk about. So NeatOscan, what the heck is NeatOscan? Well, NeatOscan, you can use an iPod or a PDA, but you have to have one or the other. As far as I understand it, because remember, I'm just learning this too, so I could be, I think I'm giving you proper 100% information, but if you say, hey, wait, that's not right, you can comment below and let me know. But from my preliminary research, this is what I come up with, is that you can't use your smartphones. You have to have an iPod or a PDA, which I have an iPod, so okay. It's $50 a month. Yikes. I mean, that's a lot. $50 a month seems like a lot to me. So it better have some bells and whistles. So let's see what it has. They do have a free 14-day trial, so you can try it out, and that's what I'm going to do. I would suggest you do that. And the handheld fog scanners, I don't know, they're little Bluetooth scanners, and I don't have one to show you because I currently don't use one, but this is where I'm thinking I need to progress to, because now I list a lot, I sell a lot, I scan a lot of items, and the Profit Bandit's great, it's relatively fast, but some of these other programs, especially with that little scanner tool, it's just a little handheld, Bluetooth, it syncs, the Bluetooth in your phone can read it, or the PDAs or the iPods, and you just scan the barcode with it with the push of a button, or just, showing it, and it will put the information into your phone and it'll pop up. So you take your iPod or PDA and you have to physically connect it to your computer using the NeatOscan. And then you download the database. So what it does is it takes all the Amazon listings, all the information that's current, and it downloads it into a database onto your iPod or your PDA, not your phone. And once you have that in there, you can use your little scanner, or you can use your device to scan, and it pops up and you don't need the internet. And that's what I like about it, because so many times the internet is slow or you don't have access to it and you're really stuck when you're trying to price items out. So I like the database idea, and I like the little scanner idea because it's just a lot faster. And then once it pops up, then you can see the information. You have to keep it updated though. The internet is real time. The NitoScan, you have to update every week or a few days, whatever your comfort level is, so that you have real-time information. On NitoScan, you can set triggers, and I like that because Profit Bandit, the only thing you can really set is if it's, let me look, right here on Profit Bandit, you can hit that button and you can set different triggers. But I think on this one, the only thing you can really do, sales rank and profit. So you can set it to trigger if it has a certain sales rank or if you're going to make a certain profit, and it'll chime or vibrate. It'll trigger you to say, hey, this is what you said you wanted. So it does have 2 triggers on Profit Bandit, but NitoScan and some of these other ones, they have a lot of triggers. Like you can set it to if it's a certain rank and I'm making a certain profit, and you can set it so this is exactly what I want to buy, and then it'll either go or ching, and hey, I heard a ching, so I'm going to get this item. And it's kind of a no-brainer. You don't have to calculate all the time. It just does it for you. So that's the second thing I like. All right, so that's NitoScan. Let me show you. I pulled it up here. Here it is. Sorry about that. Someone's calling me. NitoScan.com. Can you see that okay? There we go. And you can read about it and get the information. I just try to tell you the highlights. But NitoScan.com, and that's what it looks like there. Okay. So next one, ASellerTool.com. A is in the letter, SellerTool.com. Okay, so this is ASellerTool.com. You can see it there. And I like this one better than NitoScan, honestly. This one is $30 a month if you're using a PDA device, or $40 a month if you use your smartphone, which means you can use your smartphone, which I like. I want to use my smartphone for everything. I don't want a separate device. I don't see the point. And those devices, those PDA devices, can run upwards to $600. So why have that? Okay, now it runs on the phone. It has real-time prices and a database. So it has both, and I like that too, because I can get the real-time instant prices because I'm using my phone, which has internet, but I can also store a database on my phone so that if I don't have internet, I can use my database. That's perfect. I like that. This tool says that you will get the information in 1/10 of a second. That's how fast you get the information. And if you've scanned a lot of things, if you sit down with piles of books at like a book sale, this is gold, because you can probably run through all of the books, what used to take you 3 hours, in an hour or less. And time is money. So I really like that it's saying that it's 1/10 of a second for the information to pop up. That's really fast. So you don't need the internet, which I told you I like. You can upload books with buy triggers. And what I mean by that is you can set triggers, like we talked about, parameters. It has a certain ranking. I'm going to make a certain profit. You can set that up in the ASellerTool, and when it triggers, when it says chime, yes, this is what you said you wanted, it will automatically upload it to your Amazon account as something that you're purchasing and now selling. It does it for you. So I don't know if I made that really clear, but you can go on aseller.com and read the description. But basically, if I want to, while I'm scanning things, if I set it to a certain trigger, when I get those triggers, it'll automatically upload it to my Amazon account as an item that I'm selling. so I don't have to re-enter it in when I get home. I scan it one time. I don't have to scan it to see if I want it and then take it home and then scan it again later. That saves a lot of time, and time is money. So I like that too. Another thing they do is they make it real easy. Like when you're going through all the stuff that you scan and you want to sell and you want to add descriptions to it, you just have little boxes that you have to hit and check mark, and it will just automatically enter those descriptions for you. You don't have to type them all out. So you truly can, it's saying you truly can do everything from your smartphone. You no longer have to sit down at your computer for, you know, a big portion of it because it's just so user friendly. You can also do batch list, so you can list a whole bunch of items at once. You can print labels from your phone or PDA. It did mention the Dymo 450 printer, so I don't know for sure if you would have to have that printer. I would have to call and find out because I don't have that printer. So this ASellerTool seems really, really, really FBA friendly, and so far it's my favorite out of everything I've researched. They do have a trial. It's a 7-day free trial. So I'm going to try it and I'm going to check it out for 7 days for free. And I would encourage you to do the same. All right. Last but not least, ScanPower. ScanPower.com. ScanPower is really popular. You'll hear about it a lot. It used to be FBA Scout. That's what it was formerly called. Now it's ScanPower. ScanPower was created by Chris Green, which is the author of Retail Arbitrage, which is the book we're doing book reviews on. So this book, Retail Arbitrage, is an expensive book, and it's touted as like the best retail arbitrage book out there. I mean, at least that's what I've heard. I'm reading it with you, so I still don't know. We're, you know, only just now reading chapter 6, so I'll let you know. But this guy has really, you know, he's kind of known as the guru of retail arbitrage, and he created ScanPower. So that would lead you to believe that it's pretty awesome. And so I researched it, and when you go to ScanPower.com on your computer, or if you just Google search ScanPower, it leads you, or led me to the App Store, where I can download the app ScanPower for free. So they do have a free version. It's kind of a watered down version, but I like that because we can kind of check it out and try it out. So of course I did that already, and I'll show you. There it is, ScanPower, little lightning bolt over a barcode. And it leads you straight to a logon screen, which I haven't done. So what I did do was I went onto the internet and I pulled up what the screen looks like so that you can see it. That's what the ScanPower screen looks like. If you look real closely, it looks a lot like Profit Bandit. It gives you the picture, it gives you the prices, it gives you the ranking. Very, very similar. The only difference is this little lightning bolt right there. And what that's called is a hot list feature. And the hot list feature, when you click on it, there's some pre-websites already in it. And I don't know if you can enter your own or not, but when you click on that, you can price it out with different internet searches. So like if you want to also price it out with eBay, or also price it out with, you know, I don't know, whatever website you want to price it out with, then you can. And so that's a different feature, but everything else pretty much looks exactly and sounds exactly like Profit Bandit. So then I thought, well, why would you pay so much for this? Because they have different packages on the ScanPower, but the most expensive package that seemed to be the most inclusive of everything I would want was $60 a month. So that's $20 more than the ASellerTool that I liked so much. And I wasn't really seeing that it did everything that the ASellerTool does. But I'm sure you guys can maybe, you know, share with me if you're trying it and like it. You know, share with us what are some of the features that make this one better than the ASellerTool, because I'd really like to compare the two. I did see that they have a Facebook community with this, and that could be really helpful, you know, talking to other people. ScanPower seems really big on education, so I think they do these communities. They also do podcast. They also had something called ScanPower University. So it does seem like you would become more knowledgeable, and you would have access to educating yourself in a community of other like-minded people that are using the same program and doing the same thing. And that has value. So I did like that. It does seem that they're always upgrading themselves. You know, he's always trying to stay on top of it, always try to be the best. And I like that too. They recently added a new feature. It's called Web Scout. And that's where you can search your history. You can do an inventory search of your inventory. You can reprice through the app, which is nice. You don't have to, you know, go back and reprice later through your computer. And you can go, another thing I liked is you could go to the condition of the items. You can change the condition of your Amazon listings through the app. I have a hard time changing the condition of my Amazon listings through my computer. It's pretty confusing. You have to click and do, and you know, it's like they don't like you to change stuff. Well, this you can just do from your phone. So that was a good selling part for me. Same thing, you upload the database, but you can also use your phone. You can also print labels. So it seemed to do a lot of the same things that the ASellerTools did. The things I liked better about ScanPower was the community. I didn't really see that with ASellerTools. And, you know, just the knowledge and the constant upgrading. Because I feel that Chris Green would try to be really on top and better than his competition. It just seems like he's that kind of entrepreneur type guy. And so that seems like it would be the best app out there. It is the most expensive program out there, so I don't like that. And ASellerTool, the way they explained it on their website, it was just more user-friendly. You know, with ScanPower, I kept getting the app, you know, the app store, and I was just wanting to learn about it, not just, you know, dive right in and pay for it. And I got credit card information screen, like on the second screen I clicked on. So I had a harder time just learning about it. Where ASellerTool was very, you know, their website's very straightforward. So check that out. But it's very straightforward. And I like all the stuff that it did. I love the speed that it says that it has. I like how you can set up the trigger and it uploads all the information. And it's $40 a month. So those are the things I wanted to talk to you about, the different scanning programs. I'm still not sure what I'm doing. I just researched it and wanted to share with you what I've learned so far. I'm definitely still using Profit Bandit for now. But I'm going to be trying out the free trials. And I think once I try them out and I get a better feel for it, I think this would be this makes good business sense, because I think even spending $40 a month, if I'm really trying to go to the next level, I think just the time I'm saving will be worth $40 a month. That's $10 a week, and saving hours and hours every day, potentially. Yeah, you know, that would definitely pay for itself just in time. And then you take in all the other factors like convenience and speed and not having to have internet, which I have to have right now. And I think I could just list faster, I can scan faster, I can have more product, I can do it in less time, which means I make more money. So that makes me happy and probably makes you happy. So that's what I have for you today. And Alice, again, I thank you very much for your messaging me through YouTube channel, and I look forward to learning with you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.